Nothing behind my eyes. I'm a negative of a person. It's as if I never thought anything. All I want is blackness and silence.
Alright folks, welcome to the stream. Today's event, our 5th official race, Caribbean Sim Racers that is, as we're currently in a free practice session with about 40 minutes left on the clock. Today's race, we're headed to Autódromo Juan y Oscar Gálvez. That's Autódromo Oscar y.
Yo, Jason.
Let me just step away from the guys here. But I want to get that name there for you. It's the Autódromo Oscar y Juan Gálvez. It's a track named after two Argentinian brothers who were racers, motor racers. and I do believe it's Formula One. I'll get you some history now on the track. So the Autódromo de Buenos Aires Juan y Oscar Gálvez racetrack. Juan and Oscar Gálvez is the official name, is a 45,000 capacity motor racing circuit in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Built in 1952 under President Juan Perón. Named Autódromo 17 de Octubre after the date of Loyalty Day under Perón's overthrow. Until Perón's overthrow. It was later renamed after Argentinian racing driving brothers Juan Gálvez and Oscar Alfredo Gálvez. Now this is an old Formula One circuit. As a matter of fact, they've held about 20 Formula One Argentine Grand Prix. And this is a track with just about 15 configurations. Am I seeing that correctly? It's about 15 configurations I have here. Or within its time frame, they've had 15 configurations. Today we're actually racing on the 12th configuration. It's a 5,655 kilometer circuit with, let me see how many turns total, with 8 turns total. 8 simple turns, I should add. Simple yet, you know, a bit testifying for our guys here, as we have Jason mowing the lawn a bit. Let's try to get to someone else on track here. We ride with Steven Nobriga. Some of you might remember from our last stream, he's coming off as a race winner.
If you can hear me, Stefan, we got some really bad lag from Danny. I think he is the shame.
Let me see about that. Who we getting lag from?
From Danny. But I found left the server though. But it's really bad. Maybe we can try and see when he pumps back in if it is up. But he's lagging bad.
Yeah. Alright, you know, if he's lagging, we can, unfortunately, can't race.
It could be a result of the system he's using.
Yeah, definitely. If the processor is at 99%, that's definitely the reason why.
Also, I forgot, maybe I could ask this guy if he's running Discord and it Discord uses a lot of
bandwidth
resources. Yeah.
Well, go ahead, you guys get it started. I'm actually in stream right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the audio picking up on stream. You might gotta turn up your mic a little too.
Alright, thanks a lot for that.
Alright, cool.
How's this red one? Right, can I get back to the track now? As I was saying, yeah, so the second configuration, well, it's actually called the 12th configuration that we are currently using, was actually used for some of the major events, that is, were the Argentine Grand Prix, Turismo Carrera Terra, TC 2000, and the World Sports Car Championship. So it was used for Formula 1 from 1974 to 1978. This particular configuration. That's pretty much it for the description of the track. The cars that we're currently using are GT3 spec cars, and in this round we're just going to use the BMW M6 and the Aston Martin Vantage V12. So far we've got a lot of guys run for the BIMA, the BMW, and if I can get to someone now with a Vantage, there we have Jason. Decided to track there, but he has a Vantage. Seems as though he's having some trouble as we're coming down to 30 minutes on the, well, 33 minutes left in practice session. I'm gonna ride along with Tyreek Wilson here. I'll just pop in and pop out as practice is going on. I'll leave you guys to watch the stream, and I'll be back with you. Oh, by the way, this Tyreek did this livery. If you notice, it's the Need for Speed livery for the BMW. Just trying to get some heat into those tires there. If that's the first time you're joining us, be sure to give the stream a like, a follow, and a share for us, please. And if you guys are interested in joining us, head on over to the Caribbean Sim Racers Facebook group and request admission. One of our admins or even our members will get you started in joining, and then from there, if you're interested in joining our events, just go ahead and message one of the admins to do so. As we can see, Tyreek now is on a hot lap. Ooh, just about overcooks it there on turn, I think that's 3. Is it tree? Is it tree? I do believe it's true. Where's my track map? So that's called turn 2 actually, yeah. He just went a little bit too wide there. As he takes it off track actually, Tyreek Wilson going a bit too hard, deleting that lap. He's back in pits, and if we can get to Jason Curtin now, he's got a guy coming up along behind him. Steven Naberga that goes 6th fastest now in practice session. But I want to let you guys see this Aston Martin Vantage head around the track. It's quite rare in this event actually. There's a lot of guys that chose it. Not a lot actually, but compared to the rest of the guys that went for the BMW. It's funny because a lot of the guys were complaining that the BMW was pretty hard to drive in terms of rotation speed, the turn in, and so they went and they opted for the Aston Martin instead, but later returned to the BMW saying that it's faster. But so far we've seen the times be replicated in the Aston Martin, so I'm not quite sure exactly what's going to play out here today. We did test it ourselves, of course. We're not going to give the guys two unmatched cars. With a little bit of tuning going both ways, you can get the Aston Martin up to speed and hit around the same lap times with it compared to the BMW, but that depends a lot on what you are doing in terms of your setup. Alright, so that was a lap of Jason there. Jason is actually now on his fast lap, but I think that's going to be deleted due to the fact that he went off course. If we can then go right with Oswin, as Oswin takes it into the gravel as well. His tires maybe not up to temp just quite. As we head back over to Jason's getting a lot of understeer there running through this turn. Turn 3 that is. And in front of him he has Basil Arno, one of the new guys here. Jason as well. I must mention that we've got a few guys here that are new with us this weekend. So it's Demario, I think. Let me just get that correct there for the name. Yes, it's Demario Hines coming out of Barbados. Jason Curtin as well is out of Barbados. Basil Arno as well is from, well actually he's Guyanese, but he's also new. And who else am I missing here? That's racing with us for the first time this weekend. We've got a Christian Rajnath. He's also new with us this weekend. I'd like to say an official welcome to them. As the grid is pretty full this evening. We've got a total of about 16 guys, I suppose, are expected to race today. As we ride along with Basil in his Aston Martin Vantage. He's another one of the guys that opted for the Vantage. As we've got about 27 minutes left on the clock for free practice. Now, the server is up during the week, so these guys do have the ability to practice. And as I'm saying that, I just want to get into saying that this race is going to be a 45-minute race with a mandatory pit stop. Right? So that's a mandatory pit stop for this 45-minute race here. As Basil goes to complete his lap here. This goes with a 132.479. Where's Tyreek Wilson? He's about to complete his lap as well. He's currently sitting in third, Tyreek. He does not improve though, but he does have a 128.854 there on the board in that last lap. So as it is right now, John Green is leading the charge with his BMW M6. Where's John actually? And we've got a few guys on track right now. DeMario, followed by, I think it's Zafiro. Ramirez is back with us again. Zafiro, the Cuban national living in Guyana, racing with us here again today, making his debut in our last race event, and is in that BMW M6. Seems to be gaining on DeMario actually. Oh, but he overcooks the exit of turn 3 there, taking that BMW off track. We can go back now to DeMario, racing here out of Barbados. I'd like to see what timing he's doing. He's currently sitting in 5th position here, DeMario. Joining us for the first time last evening. He's got a lot of work to do in terms of setting up that car, but so far does seem to have it planted and seem to be comfortable enough with it. But where is his timing going to put him? He's still there in 5th position with a 131.250 in that last lap. We're going to follow him here now. We're going to follow him here now for this lap. See where it places him. I'm going to go on board actually with him. That's a lap basically of it's Autódromo. I'll have to find a shortened version of this track name for you guys, but it's Autódromo Oscar E Juan Gálvez. As DeMario lets Zafiro through, and we're going to ride now with Zafiro, who's currently in 5th position. Zafiro is actually taking 5th position away from DeMario, and Martin Webster as well in 6th position. So DeMario falling down the line there to 7th position. So you can see Jason in the background trying to get that car seated onto him properly. Takes it wide. Right, so I was telling you about the session for today, folks. It's a 45-minute race with a mandatory pit stop between the times of 10 minutes racing and 30 minutes racing. We've got someone warping all over the track there. Who's that? Trying to see who's coming out there. Alright, who is that person? Let's see if we can get so we've got Louis Kumar joining us today. I didn't think he would join us today, actually. Mr. Mario takes it off track. I'm trying to get that guy who's on track. Husband's having a little bit of internet issues as well, as we can see him lagging a bit. Well, like I was saying, we've got a full grid today, guys. Husband's canceling that lap, actually. And we're going to take you with Tyreek, who's got Basil Arno in front of him. Are the two of them racing now? Right along in the BMW. The BMW is quite silent compared to that Aston Martin. As Basil steps aside, probably trying to break the toe away from Tyreek. As they come down this long backstretch here, who's going to see that it's going to be Tyreek? That lets Basil through. Basil is kind of out of shape and he's off track, unfortunately. I don't believe they had it coming together. Oh, look at the glow and the brakes disc there, coming off of Tyreek's BMW M6. Completes this lap. What does he do? He does a 1:31.446, Tyreek. That puts him in third position. He's been in third, actually. Now we've got a so let's go over this leaderboard right quick. And this is by no means an interpretation of what the race will yield us, but we've got John Green sitting there in first position. Marlon Young on his second race here, he's in second position. Got Tyreek Wilson, who we ride along with right now, is in third. Zafiro Ramirez sitting in fourth. Martin Webster in fifth. Demario Hines out of Barbados is sitting there in sixth. Jason Curtin as well from Barbados is sitting there in seventh. Steven Nobrega, coming off a race win from our last week's expedition, sitting in 8th position. Basil Arno in 9th, Louis Kumar in 10th, and Christian Rajnath in 11th. Let's take you now as Tyreek bins that lap and takes it off course. You can see Rahul here is on an out lap. Oof, just a little bit too much there. For Rahul, taking that Aston Martin out a bit. Hear that blow off valve coming off of the BMW M6 there. Oh, we got Christian Rajna doing time there to put him up in 8th position. He's actually right in behind. Oh, he's going to cancel his lap now there, Christian. But he goes up into 8th position. Does Kumar go around track here? Let's take you back to Rahul though. This should be his opening lap. As you can see the guy swerving there. Who's on track? All over the place there with that lag. I'm sorry, but you can't race like that. Whoever that person is. In that Aston Martin. Alright, Rahul does a 129.997 there. He's 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds off the best time of a 27.445. Oh, and he bins this lap as well. He's going to take that off course and safely put it back into the pit lane. If we can get to... Who's this now? Marlon Young. We're going to watch him for a bit. He's chasing the 127.445 with John Green. He's closest over everyone else. But still a whole entire second down. They're probably not looking though at that timing because this is a 45-minute race with a mandatory pit stop tire change. And so they might be working on their race stints instead of their qualifying stints. John Green might have put in that time there. As Marlon Young goes 128.319, he actually decreases his time to John Green there by some 3 seconds, I suppose it was. So he's probably working out as we have Oswin Wilson now. Is actually supposed to be in 2nd position because due to his timings throughout the week of practice, we can see Oswin doing better times than he's putting in now. So maybe let's just hop over there to Oswin. There he is, coming out of the pits. Following procedure, staying between the lines, but I'm not sure his internet is up to scratch. Oswin, I really hope he gets that sorted in time for the race event. He leaves. Who can we get back up to? Zafira goes back into the pits, but Zafira now is sitting in 3rd position there over Tyreek Wilson. Tarek, as you know, had that position over him, but we've got now a change in the leaderboard coming down to 10 minutes. It's not yet crunch time, as you guys know, and you see the guys entering the pit lane there from the rear. Oh wow, there's that guy again. What? Okay. Yeah, no. Well, who or what is this? Can someone get a hold of him? I'm not sure where he is now, but that's a new guy. Is that him? Yep, that is him. He's not even showing up for me, but we'll definitely have to get that sorted. We have Tyreek Wilson. He's got Christian that's giving way to him there in front of him. Let me just try and get this. It's a bit too exposed, overexposed there for you guys. I can turn this down a bit. We are heading into later into the afternoon here with this race.
Paul, you have a problem logging in? I noticed it going in and out.
I think they
You might have to look through the chat to download.
No, bro, I'm good. I forgot to put on crew chief.
Alright.
Who else is on track? It's I'm gonna say it, guys. We're getting down to crunch time. We've got about 6 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. Crunch time for me is 5 minutes, and then we're gonna head into qualifying after that. Crunch time, 5 minutes. Sorry about that. We're staying with Tyreek for a little bit too long there, as he almost bins it. If we can get up back here, we've got Oswin having a bit of issue with his internet, lagging about the place here. It's unfortunate, but if that continues and it's going to affect guys behind him, he's not going to be able to race like this. Got to try and get that sorted as he lets Zafiro by. Just going to try and actually get a slipstream out of Zafiro, but I hope he doesn't warp into him. It's funny, Zafiro was the last guy that had internet issues, and now we've got someone else here with internet issues against Zafiro. He heads back to the pits. Let's ride with Zafiro here now. He's in a battle between himself and Oswin for third position here, and we're in crunch time, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone's probably going to get down to their faster stints here coming down to the end of it. Oswin leaves the server, maybe to try and get that internet issue sorted. It's elevated Zafiro up into third position. If Zafiro can translate this into the qualifying session, that would be perfect for him, because getting a good head start here on this track is what you need to be in contention for the win here. As we'll look until he completes this lap. I wonder if he's going to delete that lap actually by going off track like that.
4 minutes to go.
That's right, 4 minutes on the clock. Coming off there from Marlon. As we watch Zafiro complete this lap here. Where is Zafiro going to be? He does not improve, but he still holds on to that timing there that he has. Who else can we follow here? Got Steven Nobrega here completing a lap. He's down Steven Nobrega in 9th position with a 131.598. But again, like I'm saying, these guys are probably working on different setups at the moment. As we watch Lewis Kumar into the pits here. Paul Jurenram has now joined us as well in his BMW M6. We've also got Azad Hassan, who is to join us. If you're joining us here for the first time, I'd like to welcome you guys to the stream. We've got about 2 minutes left here in our free practice session before we head into qualifying. As we're right along here with Paul Jurenram heading around turn 3 at the Autódromo Oscar E1 Gálvez. It's a 5,948 kilometer track located in Argentina. It's actually a old F1 track that they used back in the 70s. Where is Paul going to sit his car? Right now Paul is currently sitting in 11th position, surrounded by Basil Arno and Lewis Kumar. As he approaches the finish line, Jersey up on a 127.445 set by John Green. He's almost 5/10 down with less than a minute left. He does get one more lap put in here. Kind of messed up that entry right there. We've got Marlon about to complete another lap here. He doesn't better his time over John Green. He's 8/10 down off the fastest time. He's got one more opportunity. No, he's canceling that lap actually as he takes it off track. Oswin Wilson now back into the server here. Oswin's got a pretty good chance of winning this race. I hate to see him go. As we ride now with Demario Hines coming out of Barbados, racing here for the first time with us in his Aston Martin Vantage V12 GT3 car. Someone takes it off track there. I think that's a Pharaoh. And that's it. Free practice is over, ladies and gentlemen. we prepare to head back into a tight qualifying session, I suppose, between these lot of guys here today.
Hello?
Roger.
That's it for free practice session as we await the start of qualifying. Set myself up here. Go out whoever's the first person to head out on track. Alright, that's it. Qualifying has started. It's gonna give us a little jump here and then take me back to who is heading out for qualifying. We've got just a little jump here. So because it's the first time these guys are going to head out, if I can get back to the pits right quick. See who is head at the back. Ooh, that's that lack of heat in those tires there. Got that car sliding all over the place. Come on. Not gonna work with me today? I'm trying to get to someone that's on the track. It's not allowing me. Trying to get someone on the track. Alright, let me just take it then. Alright, let me just take it then. So outlap, so basically we aren't going to see much, but I'd like to see who heads over the line first and catch them. This looks like it's going to be Oswin. No, it's Marlon. Marlon heads across the line first. And so now we're supposed to be able to head over to Marlon. This track is not behaving good for me today.
So, Oswin, I see your login, right? Maybe you might want to try closing off the Discord. See if that helps.
It's just between Zafiro and Lewis.
The resource to the game.
Unfortunately, until we get someone registering a fast lap. Here we have
somebody said something that's up.
Yeah.
No, what's going on? Someone is listening to the live, so it's feeding back through their mic.
It sounded like someone said my name just now.
I'm off.
Or just mute it.
Like someone said my name.
Or just mute it. Right, so we've got Marlon Young registering the first time here on track, and now we'll be able to ride along with him with a 128.167 here, Marlon. And now we're right along. Martin Webster goes second fastest with a 1 second deficit. Steven Nobrigo out in the track 2 with a 3.2 second deficit against these guys. 128.167 that is. Seems like Marlon's going to give up on that lap, so we're going to take it over to Demario Hines here out of Barbados, currently sitting in seventh position with his outlap of a 2-minute 49.3. As Marlon Young heads back into the pits. Where does Demario stand from his first hot lap? He's got a bit of traffic in front of him, but he registers third position with a 135.28. That's pretty fast there. He's gonna have to do much better than that if he wants pole. Got a couple other guys here as we can watch. Oh, Paul Ram having a bit of trouble in the name of Basil Arno on the inside of him. Basil definitely much faster and trying to get through.
Hey, just remember your language. We're live, right? Right through. Please.
We've got a yellow flag on track, Who's that far? That's from Martin Webster. Has had a bit of trouble there, but he's okay now. If we can take it back to Arno. Seems to be in a much faster lap here, but Paul Ram is sticking with him. Actually, Paul can capitalize now on that slipstream. Seems as though he's just a bit further down the way though. Yes, and Basil cancels that lap. He's got to watch how he comes back on track here. Does not affect anyone else. Okay, that's fine there from Basil. Now we can watch Paul after having that slipstream, if he's going to make any amends to it. Beautiful car, isn't it? The BMW M6. Where does he stand, Paul Ram, on the time sheet? He's currently sitting in 8th position. He does not improve, folks. Or actually, that lap was cancelled. Not seeing any integers stating someone else is off track, as Jason Curtin goes 5th fastest with a 131.1, I believe I saw. We've got a bunch of guys now on track trying to capitalize on slipstreams all over the place. Ooh, got 3 cars going off track there. One's coming back on and he just misses them. Wow, Rahul Nasir, the guy there involved in that spin-off. We've got Oswin Wilson clocking a 127.946, but he still has issues with his internet. I really do hope that sorts itself out. watch Oswin now to see if he increases his leads. We've got Tyreek behind him. Tyreek's going to actually try and capitalize on the slipstream being offered by Oswin. Tyreek is currently sitting in third position, 9/10 off Oswin's time. Can he be able to benefit from that slipstream? As we can see the issues Oswin's having. This does translate back to the guys running behind him. And so if it gets worse, we're gonna have to pull the plug on Oswin. Sorry. That's just how it works in a sim racing world. That's equivalent to having an issue with your car and being black flagged. As Oswin comes across the line, does he increase his time? Yes, he does with a 127.855. Marlon Young is second fastest still. Tyreek does not improve on his time due to that slipstream. We've got Martin Webster now exiting the pits, it seems. Christian Rajnath, one of the new guys here racing with us, now coming out on track as well. We got Rahul Nasir. We're sitting in sixth position, two seconds down. We've got Demario Hines here, Jason Curtin here in eighth position. Basilarno, Steven Nabriga. Steven Nabriga canceling his lap there. Paul Gironram now heading over the line once more. Does he improve on his time? Paul? No, he does not. You know, Lewis Kumar all the way at the back here in 12th position. Not been able to practice on the official servers, unfortunately, for some odd reason. So we take it up back now. Who's also on track? Marlon Young's yet on another fast lap there. Tyreek Wilson crossing the line does not improve. Martin Webster coming across the line here, goes fourth. He is sitting in fourth. Well, that's his outlap, Martin, so we're actually going to follow Martin now. Sitting nicely there in that BMW M6. Someone takes it off track, I do believe. That does look like Marlon Young. Thanks a lot to Sean Ramdio for following. Where does Martin stand in the first sector? He's almost a second down actually in the first sector. Zafiro behind him. I don't see Zafiro trying to capitalize on the slipstream, or maybe it's not that effective for him, as we've got a Austin Martin mowing the grass all the way to the back there. Looks like Basil, I do believe it was. Alright, crossing the second sector there. Martin's still a second down. So we're just going to watch him cross the line here. He's currently sitting in fourth position. Yep, 1.1 seconds down still. Where is Marlon? Marlon's sitting in second position, does not improve just yet. We've got about 17.5 minutes left on the clock for qualifying here in our 5th official Caribbean Sim Racers event. Christian Rajnath seems as though he's just begun another fast lap. We're going to stick here with him. Azad Hassan too, directly behind him, I do believe. He's got a bit of traffic in front of him, Christian. He's going to try and want to clear that right quick in the name of Jason Curtin. He does. He's able to clear that. Lovely entry there. through turn 3. Can he make that BMW stick for what it's worth? And how's the exit of turn 3 for Christian Rajnath? It's pretty good here. He's currently sitting in 5th position. Can he improve on his time? We've got 2 Aston Martins playing catch up. One of them blinking their lights at the other. We're gonna watch Christian here as he completes his lap. Okay, Christian comes across the line. He needs to beat. He's 2 seconds down, but he does improve on his time. 129.952. That's brilliant from Christian. Breaking into the 20s. Ooh, he's gonna overcook that turn there and take it off. That's fine. As we ride along here now with Azad Hassan. Now there is a mandatory pit stop in this 45-minute race as we approach the 15-minute mark here in qualifying. Just to remind you guys, the mandatory pit stop also in as John Green goes fastest with a 127.633. Oswin's not that far behind though with 2/10 as a deficit. Can Oswin improve on his time? Where is Oswin though? Let's finish off this lap, this sector here with Azad Hassan. He's about 4.3 seconds down Azad from his fastest time, but where does he sit? Does he improve over his 13th position? Jason Curtin goes 8th fastest, ladies and gentlemen, with a 134.17. That's pretty good. Azad Hassan does not improve on his time, but where is Oswin? Oswin is now back in pits. Marlon also coming into the pit. Tyreek heading over the line with a 128.9, I think it is. Decreasing his time against the leaders of this qualifying session. There's another yellow flag on track as Azad Hassan is off track. Let's see who else can we take it to. Martin Webster now canceled that lap. Let's follow along here with Rahul. Having a bit of issues there. That's not going to be a fast lap, so we're going to come back to Rahul. Christian. Is Christian on a fast lap? He's going to complete a lap now. Where does he stand, Christian? Does he improve on his time? Oh, that's his out lap. So we're actually going to sit here with Christian for a bit. Thanks a lot, Videsh Mirage, for following us. We're going to sit here with thanks a lot, Daniel Mohabir, for following us. We've got 12 and a half minutes
I
left.
now get in to see my review mirror. Anybody can help me out?
Hit F11 on your keyboard, Steven.
I hear you.
F11 on your keyboard. F11 on your keyboard.
Good, thank you. Thanks.
No problem.
I hear you.
Right, as we ride along here with Christian Rajnath. See him complete this lap. Where does it put him? He's currently sitting in 7th position. He goes 6th fastest with a 129.228. Takes 6th position over from Rahul Nasir. Where is Rahul at the moment? He's on a fast lap too. Do we have a response here from Rahul? He's got to do better than that to take that position back. Where does he stand on the 2nd sector here, Rahul? He's a 127. He has to beat 127.633, but that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at a 120, 129 or something, I suppose. So where's he at? Is that a 3 minute? No, it's 1 minute 30. He does not improve over Christian. But he is on a fast lap now. Can he keep it together though, Rahul? Not too sure. We're gonna have to come back to him. Looks like he's actually, and Christian goes even faster to take 5th position away from Martin. Christian Rajnath here, one of the new guys racing with us for the first time this weekend, is making his way up the ladder as he's got a bunch of guys in front of him now. In the name of Marlon Young, Martin Webster. Seems as though these guys are playing tag team. Martin's in front of Marlon here, trying to give him a slight slipstream. Marlon's actually in front of Martin though, so that doesn't really actually make any sense. Unless of course he's looking to get on the start on the 2nd row of this race. We're gonna stick here with Marlon and see if he does improve over Tyreek Wilson. They've got about a 3/10 difference. Marlon seems as though Marlon's gonna go into the pits though. So he's not actually going to capitalize on that, but where's Martin at from this 6th position and on this fast lap? It's 2.5 seconds down. He does not improve on his previous time. We do still have a yellow flag on track. I'm not quite sure for whom, but it's down the 1st sector. Martin Webster stand on his 1st sector time. Ooh, he cancels that lap. Unfortunately not cancelled, but takes it off course. Where's Jason Curtin here? Is about to complete another lap, sitting in 8th position. And it's Aston Martin. It seems as though the BMW is quite easier to dial in. These guys here, Jason Curtin, Zafiro registers number 7 on the leaderboard with a 128, it seems. Yes, 128. So we're gonna ride here. Jason actually takes that off track, so we're gonna have to move on to Zafiro here. There's still a yellow flag on the track. Not quite sure for whom. As Zafiro overcooks turn 3 and he's in the gravel trap. He's gonna have to watch how he comes back on the track though. Zafiro, he's much slower. Okay, he does get out of the way. Hopefully it does not affect Jason's time here. You've got some more action down the line. Steven Nobrega here, still not being able to improve over his 12th position. right along with Demario Hines. Seems to be on a fast lap here. Let's stick with Demario for a bit. We're also going to watch for Jason Curtin's time. While we ride along with Demario, where is he on the first sector split? He's 1.5 seconds down from the fastest time as we approach crunch time here, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks a lot, Raymond Hanef, for the like. But if you're interested in seeing more of these events, go ahead and follow the page. So we'll stick with Demario here. He's still down in the fastest time so far. Crosses the line here with a 1:30.068. He heads up to 9th position. Great lap there by Demario. He's actually going to take that momentum through. He's got Oswin in front of him, still lagging. Thanks, Alicia Green, for following. Demario's going to cancel that lap, actually. And now we're going to ride with Rahul is losing out. Oswin is still having that internet issue. But we're going to watch now if Rahul's going to be able to capitalize on that slipstream. Ooh, he's right up onto him. Actually, Rahul gets by Oswin, but was that done? Was that done cleanly? Oswin goes ahead and disconnects from the server. I really hope we don't lose him today because he's got a lot of pace in that BMW. If you watch Rahul Nasir cross the line here, is that going to make him... well, that was actually his outlap. So, we're going to come back to Rahul in a bit, but Tariq's got some traffic in front of him here. He's probably looking to capitalize again. Guess we've got a Jason Curtin in the background off track, but these three guys here in the name of Zafiro, Steven Nobrega in front of Tyreek Wilson. Steven Nobrega allowing Tyreek to go by. Doesn't look like Zafiro is going to do the same. Tyreek might have went too deep into that turn as well. But where does he stand here on the timesheet? He's currently sitting in 2nd position. Does not improve Tyreek. But we're also watching Zafiro and Steven Nobrega. Ooh, he takes 2 wheels off track. Is that enough though? He's still in the contention. We're going to sit here with Tyreek. He's only 2/10 down from the fastest with 1:27.633 from John Green. Oh, Zafiro overcooking it once again. He's just pushing way too much, Zafiro. Tyreek looks smoother than ever here. Where is he on the first split? He's not up. But he still does have a chance to improve as John Green goes even faster with a 1:27.242. Increase in his lead over Tyreek Wilson by 0.6 of a second. Marlon Young sitting almost a second down. We can see Oswin now come back into the event and reclaims his 2nd position here with 2 minutes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are in crunch time. 2 minutes left on the track. It's BZB all over the place. Tyrik's gonna cancel that lap there. Who else is on a faster lap? We've got Marlon sitting in 4th position. Where is he at in the first sector? I don't think it's gonna show us that. He does look smooth here through turn 3. We've got other guys down the line too. One minute left on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still seeing yellow flags on track. I'm not sure entirely for whom. We got Marlon Young there going off track just a bit. He's sitting in 4th position, Marlon. He's got a 3/10 deficit from getting on into 3rd position. Just about a 3/10 deficit. Where does he stand here? With a 128.167, his fastest lap so far. That does not register as a lap, so I'm thinking it's either a deleted lap, as we're less than a minute away, less than half a minute away. Oswald is back and he still has that issue, unfortunately. Oh man. Really sad to see. We don't have much improvements here, as that's it for qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. We've got John Green, Oswald Wills. We still got guys on track though, so this year is not over yet, as they're currently in overtime. Let's see who is further down the line to cross. Basil Arno is actually in front of the pack here, so we're going to follow on from Basil. His fastest so far was a 1:30.469. That puts him 3 seconds off the pace. Where does he stand though, Basil? He's going to cross the line, and he does not improve, but Christian Rajnath Martin Webster actually improves over Martin Webster. That is, Christian. That's a pretty good ending there to the qualifying session, and I'll just step away from you guys for a bit to talk to these guys right quick. All right, guys. So Jason, we got your feedback coming in from the stream. If you could just turn it down a bit, please. Don't forget to Demario has his headphones on mute. Alright. Demario headset is on mute. And please guys, don't forget to set your pit setup for the race, and change over from your qualifying to your race setup. Okay. Alright guys, we're just about ready to get going here for the 5th official Caribbean Sim Racers event at the beautiful Autódromo Oscar Juan Gálvez down here in Argentina.
Good luck, guys.
Alright. Just gonna look here, see how fast we can get up to speed with these guys. Got 28 seconds left on the clock. I'm gonna try my best to get up with the squad as soon as they get off, because I need to be in this race to... Okay, we've got lights coming on now. 7 seconds, 6 seconds on the clock. We got 5, 6 lights on and off. They're off, ladies and gentlemen. They're off. Who can we get to first? Ooh, we've got to come in together there. Who is that? It's Oswin Wilson. Is all over the track. No. Unfortunately, Oswin is down here in this race. As we can get back to the front, we've got guys all over the place. Tyreek as well losing out there. Who has the whole shot though? John Green does have the whole shot with already a 2.5 second lead. Martin Webster, a lot of guys losing out here on the start, unfortunately, but Martin Webster sitting there in second position. Third position, it's Zafiro Ramirez and Demario Hines. We've got another guy spinning around there down the back. It looks like Azad Hassan. As we can see here, perfect slipstream being acquired by Demario on Marlon. Is he able to capitalize on that though and get past Marlon? These guys need to remember though, it's not all about the first lap. We've got 45 minutes of racing here as someone unfortunately bins it. It does look like Basil is off and he needs to stay in position. Ooh, just about being able to pass. There is Paul Juvenram and Christian. There's been another issue here with Jason Curtin. So Christian and Louis Kumar now up to 6th position here. Where are the other guys on the top of the chart though? It's John Green followed by Martin Webster. Webster's got Zafiro Ramirez in third position. They're fighting for that position of second place. We've got Louis Kumar and Christian Rajnath battling it out here for 6th and 7th. Louis Kumar all on the back of Christian in his Aston Martin. Where is everyone else down on the charts? Those we take it back up. Okay, we can see here coming down the line. We've got Martin Webster coming on the 5 from the Zafiro in his slipstream. Where does Zafiro put it? He's not that close enough to capitalize on that. We're going to come back though. Marlon Young having a bit of trouble there with turn 4 into 5 and 6. Now he's out 7, 8, 9. Zafiro is now closer than ever to Martin Webster as John Green puts on a 5, almost 6 second lead on these guys as they're battling down the field. John Green goes fastest with a 128.105, but Zafiro is going to have to play mind games with Martin Webster sitting pretty in front of him. Marlon Young also has Demario Hines behind him that's going to try and close that gap. Going down the line, we've got Christian Rajnath sitting in 6th position here. Unfortunately, he's all by himself, but he's going to have to play it smooth through the turns to catch it up, as we've got Louis Kumar coming on the fire here from Jason Curtin. There's also Rahul Nasir behind them. He's going to try and capitalize on the slipstream coming on the front straightaway. One of the 3 longest straights on this track. As they enter turn 3, Louis Kumar losing out and takes his car off track. We're going to have to watch as he come online, not to get in the way of these 2 guys here that are coming up behind him in the name of Tyreek Wilson and Paul Jr. Paul unfortunately losing out on that battle with Tyreek Wilson because of Louis Kumar. He's going to have to sit. Oh man. So Paul does get by Louis. And there's been a change up in front. Rahul taking over 7th position away from Jason Curtin. 2 of them running in the Aston Martin Vantage. We're gonna watch if Jason has any answer to that. He's blinking his lights. He's much faster. Is it intimidating enough to Rahul? It seems so, but he overshoots the turn there, Jason. And Rahul reclaims 7th position over him. Nice little battle here going on between the two Aston Martins. We've got even more trouble down the line. Lewis Kumar losing out on the penultimate turn. He gets back the car and has Basil swerving away, trying to avoid the back of his car. Lewis having all sorts of trouble here, unfortunately. If we can take it back though to Demario, Jason Curtin, sorry, and Rahul. He's got Tariq behind him, far down behind him, but Rahul in front of him is who he's going to battle for actually as we ride along with Jason. Rahul trying to break the toe away from Jason. But as you can see, Jason trying to keep his car behind Rahul's car. Coming on into turn 4, it seems as though Jason has lost a lot of time there, unfortunately. It seems as though Jason has not got, as John Green goes fastest with a 128.038 in this race. He's got a 10-second lead over these guys. No one yet taken the pit position with 38 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Who else is close enough for us to be watching at? Marlon Young crossing the line, followed by Demario Hines here, who seems to be catching up to him. Demario putting in some clean laps, it seems. He's breaking the toe behind him from Christian. Brilliantly done there by Demario. But down the line, we've got Rahul Nasser messing it up, and Jason Curtin getting to close the gap between them. Tariq is also there waiting for someone to slip up. Paul Jiwanram is now up to 10th position. There's another switch down the line between Azad Hassan and Lewis Kumar. As Lewis Kumar loses another place, coming down here from the race start of 6th position. Doing good in the start to avoid all the coming together, but unfortunately not being able to keep it. We've got another battle here on our hands. Zafiro Ramirez taking 2nd position away from Martin Webster. Martin is trying to get back that position. You can see him all on the back of Zafiro. Ooh, where is he? Almost touches Zafiro. Does it? I'm not sure. I did not see that. Lewis Kumar gaining the position over now as Azad Hassan unfortunately takes that car off track. We can see on the timesheets. But as we ride now at Martin Webster, we're going to see where he stands against Zafiro here for the battle for 2nd position. Unfortunately, Martin's all messed up through that turn. Zafiro being able to lengthen the lead. Oh no! We've got Marlon Young losing it. And he's going to lose 2 positions for that mistake. As Christian Rajnath and Damian Hines, Demario Hines, sorry, pulls through. Demario now has Christian on his tail. We're going to head into Christian's car right quick. You can see how close he is. But he's been in his time there, Christian. He's very much close to the slipstream. Demario trying to break it, but it's not going to be enough as Christian places that car alongside him. Christian takes 4th position. He goes into 4th position down the back straight here and takes that position away from Demario. Who else do we have down the line? We got a change here of position between Tyreek Wilson and Jason Curtin. If you remember, Tyreek did very well to put his car in 2nd or 3rd position there with the likes of Oswin. He's got now Jason coming back on him on the outside. Brilliantly done there by Jason to capitalize on Tyreek's mistake through a very difficult part of the track. Can Tyreek respond though? Coming into turn 7, he is up on the inside, but where is Jason? Does he have a better? He does. He does have. These two are neck and neck, ladies and gentlemen. But no, He backs off just a bit. Jason, is he having issues? I'm not sure, because the way we saw it just now, he was heading for that lead over Tyreek Wilson. But now he's going to stay back and try to bid his time once more as there's 35 seconds on the clock. Pit window is now open, ladies and gentlemen, for 20 minutes. Let's see how the strategy unfolds for these guys. Oh no! Tyreek Wilson bins this car on the gravel. He's going to have to watch how he comes back on. Gives the position back to Jason into 8th. And Jason getting a good enough breathing space between Lewis Kumar pits. I'm not sure if he's going to cancel that race or if that's a pit with strategy, but as we can see here, John Green put in 14.5 seconds over these guys, and it's going to be good for when he goes into pit. Zafiro holding on to that second position, but coming on the fire from Martin behind him. Martin's pretty close, and we're going to have to watch for Zafiro here. Not trying to make a second move, but it is Martin taking second position over. He bumps Martin, unfortunately. Two of them heading into that turn with two different speeds, and he loses out there, Zafiro. Where does he stand on 4th position, though? He's managed to hold on, but he's Christian Rajnath now comes up behind him. Can't capitalize on this podium position. Yes, he does. He brings his BMW M6 alongside Zafiro to take that 3rd position over. Marlon Young messing up again, ladies and gentlemen, in 6th position as he mows the lawn. That's a BMW, not a Honda. I checked. So Rahul Nasir now breaking his toe from Jason Curtin, and is going to try and capitalize on the mistakes Marlon is making. I'm constantly checking the leaderboard here to see who goes into the pit first. The strategies are going to play out eventually. As we sit here with Rahul, can Rahul close this gap to Marlon? Marlon having all types of issues, unfortunately. Let's check in who else. There's a long line here in front of Demario in the name of Zafir Ramirez and Christian Rajnath. We see Jason Curtin. No, Rahul messing up there on turn 2 and taking that car wide. Unfortunately, losing the little gap he closed to Marlon Young. We're right in here with Demario. Oh, we've got a lap car there on track in the name of Azad Hassan. Martin and Webster just being able to clear. Martin doing pretty well here to stick in 2nd position as Azad Hassan unfortunately loses out on that turn in his BMW and takes it off track. He's going to have to watch for the guys coming up behind him though. Christian clears him. Zafiro manages to do same. Demario has to do the same thing in clearing him, but these guys here are but a couple of seconds away from each other, except for John Green, who's managed to put 19 seconds on the clock to 2nd position. 16 minutes now left in the pit window and 31 minutes left in the race. Right here with John Green. Let's try and get down the line though. Martin Webster there is sitting in 2nd position, 20 seconds away. We've got Christian Rajnath. He's got Zafiro. Zafiro managing to claw back after he made a mistake on the previous lap. Oh, he makes another mistake, Zafiro. No! After gaining so much on Christian. Demario Hines takes that position away from him. Demario Hines, the Barbadian, here racing with us for the first time. Tough luck there, Zafiro, after he managed to put his car in third position, second, then third. He seems to be losing. Has 15 minutes now left for the pit window and 30 minutes on clock. This race is going to be over before you know it, guys, and we've got guys here just trying to keep themselves in order to make that pit stick. Demario Hines can take the fight towards Christian Rajnath. We've also got Zafira Ramirez coming up behind him, but Zafira seems to be losing that car, as is Marlon Young, sitting in 5th and 6th position. Rahul Nasir also having a bunch of issues throughout the first opening laps of this race. And we're going to have to actually watch the replay too to see what happened on the start of the race. I think we had guys with ping issues. Ping meaning the internet reliability of their, the connection reliability of these guys, which caused, unfortunately, a mayhem to have guys like Tyreek Wilson and Jason Curtin lose out. As we go down the line here, it's nothing quite close as Basil overshoots turn 2 there. Mows their lawn a bit. Paul Juniram, we've got Paul Juniram sitting in 10th position, down from Tyreek Wilson. Azad Hassan here being 1 lap down. Unfortunately, Azad not being able to get this car working to his liking. Ooh, Basil's all over the track there, but he does manage to hold that one together. We've got 13 minutes now left on the clock for the pit window and 28 minutes left in this race. Take you back to John Green as he's approaching the back markers here of Steven Nobrigo. Pretty sure he's not going to get that much issue to pass Steven Nobrigo, but we're going to watch here. Steven does pull aside and let him through. Well done by Steven Nobrigo there. Adhering to the blue flags. Let the leader by. Where's Martin Webster? Martin Webster is a whole 23 seconds down away from second position. You need about 30 seconds of pit stop to be clear of the guy in second. And if Martin can actually put this car a little bit earlier and manage to fix his fuel, for instance, that would be good to try and close that gap he has against John Green. Christian Rajnath, though, not too far away from Martin Webster, and Christian seems as though he's alone there now, sitting in third position, as Demario Hines has been having a bit of issue here at the start of this race, but has managed to claim fourth position over the likes of Zafira Ramirez, who's sitting here now in fifth position. Zafira managing to qualify up the ladder here, which is pretty good, and for the starting set of the laps, make his way up to second position, but then started to fall off, the Cuban, and is now sitting in fifth position. Marlon Young doing exactly the same here in his BMW M6, making some mistakes through it all. Tyreek Wilson pits. Tyreek Wilson is in the pit, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to have to watch Tyreek on his pit lap here. Seems as though he just managed to change tires and not fuel. But he does break code and goes out of that line there stipulated for guys exiting pit. Whether or not you've got guys coming behind you, you got to stay between those lines when exiting pit. In future, we are going to look to penalize guys for doing that. Now we've got Christian Rajnath in pit. This is a lengthy pit stop here from Christian. Getting those tires changed. We've got Jason Curtin as well coming in the background, entering pits here. There's 9 minutes, about 10 minutes, 9.5 minutes. Christian leaves pit. Jason now goes in to do his pit stop. Christian comes out. We've also got, oh no, Demario Hines losing it again to let Zafiro by. No, that's not what you want to be doing. Unfortunately, he did make a mistake and Zafiro goes by. Paul Juniram goes up into 8th position as we see Jason Curtin sitting in pit here. Finally, Jason exits pit. John Green is yet to pit here. Martin Webster is yet to pit. Zafiro as well is yet to pit. As you can see, all those guys with the +1 down are who John Green has passed. As he's coming up with a bunch of traffic in front of him, John Green right in the edge of this track, ladies and gentlemen. And he makes a mistake. Is that commentator's mistake? I don't know. I'm sorry. Oh, well, he's gonna have to watch how he comes back on track. Who's behind him there? I think it's a lapped car anyway, because Martin's all the way here now, entering turn 3 at 26 seconds down. John Green might have had that window to pit and be able to keep his lead over Martin Webster, but now he loses it with that mistake. Will he take it into the pits now? We're going to watch John Green to see if he does. There's about 8 minutes left on the clock. Nope, he's not going in. 8 minutes left on the clock for the pit window to remain open as we now head into the 23rd minute left in this race. He's got, who is that in front of him? Basil Arno, who's doing well to stay out the way, but not enough, I'd say, as the two of them almost head neck and neck into turn 2 and 3 coming out here. Sorry, turn 2 and now exiting 2.
Hey, Basil, if you can hear me.
Yes, Basil has got to adhere to those blue flags. He eventually lets John Green by, but not without holding him up between turns 1 and 2. He does lose a lot more time there, John Green. Now Zafiro Ramirez pits along with Demario Hines. Zafiro making a mistake there and having to reverse his car. Meanwhile, Marlon Young claws back 3rd position, but he's still yet to pit. So we've got Zafiro, Demario, and Rahul. All 3 of them are in the pit. Christian Rajnath taking back 4th position there after being able to pit in the starting. Ooh, we've got a change in position here. Nope, sorry. It remains the same. But Demario Hines doing well to pit both these guys. No, Zafiro breaking code once again. We see another person breaking code of not staying between that white line on pit exit, ladies and gentlemen. That's terrible because they knew of this during their meeting. We've got the trainer guys coming up down the back there. Demario Hines, though, doing well. As my previous point I was trying to make is that he's doing well now to close the gap to Zafiro. But they've got to take their time as they're on brand new tires at least. Ooh, we've got Paul Juwenram here coming on the fire from who is that making his way up? It's John Green. And now Paul Juwenram, he's a lap down actually. Steven Nobrica goes into the pit. He's actually completed his pit stop and he's now leaving. But John Green doing well to clear that. What? Oh, we got Rahul making a move on the inside there of Paul Juanram. Well done there to take it up to 7th position. But these guys need to pit. Everyone that you see is a lap down needs to head into that pit. John Green's yet to pit too. I didn't see John pit yet. But he might be taking it down. Guys, don't forget to pit. Don't forget to pit. Rahul unfortunately taking that car off track. Ooh, you gotta watch him. He's coming back on. Martin Webster goes into the pit, ladies and gentlemen. We got Azad Hassan as well in the pits. Where's John Green though? I haven't seen him pit yet. He still has a lot of time left, at least 2 laps or so. He might be heading in now. Martin Webster being able to pit now, but I don't think it's going to be enough if John Green pits after him on this lap actually to close that gap. Marlon Young takes 2nd position over, but he does have to pit. Martin Webster now exits the pit along with Azad Hassan. We've got Chris Ragnat coming up behind him. Can Chris Ragnat capitalize and take back this 3rd position over Martin Webster? Chris definitely losing out here, unfortunately, with his pit stop. But he's up to speed far more than Martin is. As we've got Rahul Nasir also making Paul Jr. finally coming into the pit. Watching now Martin Webster, Christian Rajnath behind him. Azad Hassan has got to stay clear of these guys as he's being lapped again. Christian Rajnath though has an opportunity here to take back this podium position. Paul Juanram is in the pits and losing those positions he gained. There's about 2.5 minutes left on the clock for this pit window. And 17.5 minutes left in this race. Unfortunately, Marlin's now got a Christian behind him. Christian Rajnath running that car deep into turn 8. To try and capitalize. Oh no, he almost loses it there. A little bit of wheel spin coming out of turn 7 into 8 now. He's got a good slipstream behind Martin as they crawl over Marlon Young, who is in the pits now. Christian's gonna have to bide his time behind Martin and look for the right opportunity to take that position away from him. He's in the dirty air though. If you can tell, he loses it. Christian Rajnath loses it in his fight for 3rd position. Oh no! It's terrible for the youngster racing here for the first time in Caribbean Sim Racers official event, 5th official event. John Green pits, ladies and gentlemen, from his from his 1st position. John Green pits. He's actually got a minute over these guys? Is that correct? Basil Arno also in the pits. As you can see here, John Green completing his pit stop. Basil Arno also is in there. Unfortunate to see Christian Rajnath lose that position. Wait! He's now neck and neck with Zafiro. He's seating. Zafiro goes through. He loses another position here, Christian, but he's close enough. If he didn't do damage to those tires off track, he's now close enough to fight back though. But can he manage to do so? It looks like he's limping along, Christian. I want to apologize for that language coming over. the radio here from these guys. We do have a live feed to their radio comms. But Christian here, we're looking very closely at this battle between Christian and Zafiro. Zafiro looks like he's now settled in after that pit stop. Who can we take you to next? Where's John Green? You see that 33 seconds there. It's still alive and well. After Martin Webster, the pit's closed now. The pit's closed. I think everyone did make it into the pits. I did see Demario, I did see Krishna, I did see Zafiro, I did see Martin, Marlon, Rahul, Tyreek as well. Jason did pit. Basil did pit. Paul pit, as well as Steven and Azad. So everyone managing to pit before the close of this pit window, and that officially takes us into the second stint of this race, which is set upon 15 minutes. We're already down to 14 minutes 20 seconds, 15 seconds that is. If you ride along with John Green, now on to Martin Webster here. He's got Zafir. Whoa, we've got a change in position between Tyreek and Rahul. Tyreek making a mistake, so does Rahul, but I don't think he's going to be penalized, as that's a little runoff area for him. But now he's got Tyreek behind him. Tyreek is not close enough to punks on him on this last turn here. The second to last turn, actually. But he is close enough, though, to try and follow Rahul Nasir around the back. You can see the difference in these cars now, if I leave you with them, between Tyreek Wilson and Rahul Nasir running the Aston Martin Vantage V12 and BMW M6 respectively. John Green goes even faster with a 127.184 in this race. He's 36 seconds ahead of the second person there, Martin Webster. That's a tremendous lead. And I do believe John managed to share his setup with the rest of the guys. So that's pure pace, ladies and gentlemen, and experience coming from John Green. Rahul Nasir is losing to Tyreek Wilson, who definitely has got his legs under him. No! He does not make that move complete, Tyreek, as Rahul placed his car stupendously in a defensive position. Now he's also trying to break the toe away from Tyreek. Brilliant racing here coming out of Rahul. But Tyreek is going to try and up and under here. If we can take you into Tyreek's car, see where he's at with Rahul. He's getting a lot of trouble there, Tyreek. But he's managed to stick on the tail of Rahul. Rahul now goes defensively. We can see here down into the first turn. Seems as though Tyreek does have the pace. But Rahul is just managing to hold on again behind him. Tyreek slipping into his slipstream. Now brings it up alongside into turn 3. Is he able to make it stick? No, he's not. He's now on the inside of Rahul. Can he pull that car alongside him? No, he does not. Both of them coming off of the accelerator just at the same time to complete turn 3. And Rahul surviving just enough, it seems, as he drifts that car out in a defensive position. Tyreek Wilson now pulls to the left hand side. Does he have enough to pull that car through? Late braking comes off from Rahul Nasir. He's now on the inside. I want to stay as much on the outside. He's trying to run that car wide. He does, Rahul. But he's going to have to give way to Tyreek, who manages to put his car in a brilliant position there to take 7th position over from Rahul Nasir. Ooh, he's coming together. Rahul making a mistake and unfortunately missing the braking point and losing out. That's unfortunate. Now he's got Jason Curtin not that close behind him, but still He's actually 1 lap down, Jason. John Green goes even faster with a 126.892. I do believe that's the fastest we've seen for the week. Increasing the lead over Martin Webster. Now up to 42 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. But Zafiro, Martin is also way down the line, but Zafiro even further down from Martin, who's got Christian Rajnath gaining on him, it seems. The BMW is coming out superior with setup. The closest Aston Martin Vantage we've got is the Mario Hines, who's only managed to put practice time in from last night in this car. Here he is, racing out of Barbados today. Our first Bajan coming into our CSR camp, and we'd like to welcome him along with his buddy Jason Curtin, who's unfortunately back in 9th position. He's got Marlon breathing down his neck there, folks. Are we going to see another superior battle here? Let me take you in car with Martin. Marlon. He's managed to close that up on turn 3. Doing quite nicely around here. Seems like the BMW does have superiority when it comes to handling. Oh, that exit is so fast. And he just slips on by. I don't think DeMario has the right gearing ratios for that Aston Martin. But like I said, for someone that managed to just jump on last night, actually, he's doing pretty well in 6th position, DeMario. I'm pretty sure the Bajans are going to be proud of that. All the way at the back behind him, though, is Tyreek Wilson, as you can see here. And a John Green coming down to lap him. Rahul Nasir is too far stretched now from Tyreek. Jason Curtin the same against Rahul Nasir. Running into Austin here. Basil Arno again taking his car off track. He's going to have to watch how he comes on track here. Doing good to come on track and not interfere with anyone's race. Azada-san now enters 2 laps down. Azada-san not being able to practice as much as he probably wanted to throughout the week. Now we've got Louis Kumar also not being able to practice as much as he probably wanted to during the week. At least on our servers. I don't know if they're doing any practice behind the scenes, but that does tend to be bad because our track conditions might not be the same as their practice track conditions. As we approach crunch time here, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a race of strategy between these guys, and it's still all a learning process, as some of them are new to Assetto Corsa. They're new to Assetto Corsa's setup challenge, and they're new to Assetto Corsa's racing physics. But it's pretty much close in terms of the top racing sims out there. There's no such thing as night and day between Assetto Corsa and say the likes of iRacing, because Assetto Corsa actually has a better tire physics model than iRacing. But let's not get into that fight, shall we? As we look at Martin Webster here, he's got Zafiro Ramirez all the way down, now exiting turn 3. It seems as though Zafiro's managed to put a good lead on Christian Rajnath, who's now sitting pretty in 4th position and not able to bring that car up, as we see Marlon Young takes that position over DeMario Hines. in the previous lap. He's now fighting to get up to Christian in these closing seconds of the race. As Adasan pulls out to the way, so does Tyreek to give John Green the way. I don't think he knows John Green is behind him. But John Green's not that close enough actually to get by. As you can see him trying his best to stay out of the way, and he does, Tyreek Wilson, for the leader to pass on by in the name of John Green, who has now almost 50-second lead over the guy in second position, which is Martin Webster here, you see. Now entering the third turn. Ramirez is about 10 or 17 seconds away actually from Martin Webster. And we've got 7 seconds away is Christian Rajnath, who's got Marlon Young now sitting behind him in 3 seconds it seems actually. And this is the closest fight we can bring you at the moment as the strategies have unfolded. We're in crunch time, ladies and gentlemen, at 4 minutes on this clock. Right along here with Marlon Young. He's trying to close the gap to Christian Rajnath to take 4th position. Zafiro Ramirez doing well to hold on to 3rd and well ahead of Christian Rajnath. 7 seconds or so on the clock between them. Watch down the line, we've got no one else that close that are racing. Let's check and see the back markers here, right in with Tyreek Wilson. Coming out here. He's got the Mario Hines in front of him. I do believe he can see the Mario. Got the Mario is now entering turn. He's mid-turn 3. And so Tyreek has now entered turn 3. Basil Arno unfortunately had an eventful race here, has decided to call it a day. He missed our it's fine, but he's got Tyreek now coming up against him. It's not that far away. They've got 2 minutes left, which is about a lap and a half for the 5th official Caribbean Sim Racers event. Let's go through your leaders. It's John Green putting on a 55-second lead against Martin Webster, who's putting on some 18 seconds, it seems, 18 seconds or so to Zafiro. You can see Zafiro here is coming in a little bit of fight there from Christian Rajnath on these closing laps. Oh, he's closing. He's got Steven Nobrega in front of him. Steven's going to want to have to stay out of the way, and he does manage to do so. Unfortunately, it's off the track, being able to stay out of the way. No, Marlon Young comes in contact with Steven de Nobrega, and Marlon now losing out on 5th and 6th position, taking him out of contention against Christian. Steven having all sorts of issues there, it seems, and unfortunately bringing that car, it's now going to be back on the racing line again. Steven's got to be careful. Marlon Young losing out there, unfortunately.
So this is the last lap. Truck line.
What's that
That's
now?
what it is.
John Green losing out on fuel? But he is a lap ahead.
You gotta pause, because when I cross a line, it's over.
That's it. Race is over. Leader is on his final lap. John Green pulling a strategic move here. Unfortunately, this is going to have to go to the stewards. Can we allow this to happen? John Green running out of fuel and is, because the time is down, he's choosing to run that car now to the finish. Does he lose out? The game's going to calculate him completing the race, that is. So where's Martin Webster? Martin Webster is about a minute down. Marlon definitely hurting from that incident between him and Steven Nobriga. John Green completes the race. Martin Webster coming along to do so. Zafiro Ramirez is going to take third position here. Well done by Zafiro. I think this is his second podium position, managing to hold off a Christian Rajnath. You've got Christian Rajnath as well, racing with us for the very first time, almost having third position in his hands. That's our race, ladies and gentlemen, and what a beautiful one it was. The suspense is over. Who was going to take it to the end of the race? And we have got John Green. John Green coming in first, Martin Webster second, Zafiro Ramirez in third, Christian Rajnath fourth, doing very well there for his first race. Demario Hines in fifth. Tyreek Wilson, very well done by Demario Hines. Only last night getting into the server and putting in some laps, being able to hold that car together for fifth position. Sixth position is Tyreek Wilson. Marlon Young in seventh. Rahul Nasir in eighth. Jason Kurt in ninth. Paul Juanram 10th. Steven Nobriga. And that's going to be it. The server has restarted.
Yeah, I can hear you.
But what a race there.
Nice race, man. I got it.
Yeah.
From the guys. If we can now head on into the chat there and get their remarks on the race. Hey guys, how was it?
It wasn't too bad. Considering all the bits and bobbles, but there was a lot of teleporting and a lot of sticking, so I guess some guys' internet connection was the problem. Some guys with, I guess, typing or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the hell happened with me because I just disconnected.
Yeah, Basil, you just lost connection, you said?
That's right.
No, sorry about that. Demario is going. If Jason can get on to Demario, take his headphones off. Actually.
Hey guys, my thing is not allowing me out here, yo.
What's the race results? I ain't seen the race results.
At least y'all got results.
I ain't seeing nothing.
Demario, you can hear us now?
There you go, yeah, I can hear you now.
Second them on.
Okay, so we're gonna work on the race results as it is right now. But Martin,
How much penalties I got?
and Martin,
Do I have any penalties?
you managed. Well, what happened at the race start? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, well,
I was a victim.
I don't know if I caught Marlon. I don't know if I caught Marlon up on the inside because I was on the inside, so I don't know. That's why I want to see the replay. So, and then there was an incident with me and I think Zafiro. I don't see him back on the thing there.
Yeah, Zafir is here.
Yeah, when I passed him, I don't know if he tried, if I pulled over on him or he tried to move into turn 3 and he got sideways because I was enjoying that battle with him and I had a good run. I don't know if I caused it or if, because I passed him. I know I passed him, but I don't know if I pulled in front of him, but that's a right-hander, so I wouldn't have been swinging in front of him. I would continue to turn right. I think we had a back marker as well. So I can't remember too well.
Martin, bring second.
Yeah.
Zafiro, you're gonna have to leave Discord and come back in because we can't hear you. There's an issue with your Discord there.
Hi guys.
Still can't hear you, bro. You're gonna have to leave Discord and come back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. He sounds like an alien. But he did well, Zafiro, to bring third actually after you, Martin.
Yeah, that was a fun battle. I was enjoying that.
Yeah, he just lost out there. Zafiro, you're back. Can you hear us?
Wait, I call you back now.
Hello, Zafiro?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, great. So, what happened there between you and Martin?
Turn 3.
In turn 3.
Me and Martin in turn 3.
Yeah, you were actually battling for second position there.
Yeah, when I was inside.
Yes.
I have no idea. I think the car started going away, and I tried to hold it, but it was harder.
Okay, yeah, that's what happened there, Martin.
Okay, so I thought, because I was getting a lot of sticking in front of me, so I didn't know, like I ran off the track at the hairpin because the system froze on me, so I thought it was, one of those issues.
Oh, I see, the internet.
No, the car just go away from me for like a half a second. I tried to control it and then I continue.
Oh, you lost downforce, front downforce.
Yeah, the dirty air was terrible coming off of those huge BMWs.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Green has left the building. He didn't even send us a postcard. Buy me some chocolate when you went to America. Mr. Green, when you take off like that, you must remember that you gotta buy chocolate and send back to people. It's not nice. I'm sorry, behavior is not nice.
John Green managed to put 1 minute on you guys using the same car, and I do believe John managed to share his setup with you guys.
No, but we couldn't drive it. Yeah, not all of us. I couldn't drive that.
Couldn't drive that at all.
I didn't even try. And the setup, nothing. I could make it with that one.
Yeah, so definitely that shows. Yeah, we can hear you, Marlon. That definitely shows the driving style difference, huh?
Yeah, true. I just have a question. Man, I was enjoying my second stint after the first stint was poor. I caught a guy, passed him, I was in like 5th, I think. And I was chasing the other guy, I was like 2.7 seconds down.
Yeah, that was against Christian. I was looking at that fight.
Boy, and somebody drove on the track. I don't know who it was, I don't know what to do. I just panicked, I froze and drove straight into the guy.
Yeah, I saw that, we saw that issue happen. I think it was Steven.
I just,
the Mario, you did pretty well there, coming in 4th position for your first time. Have you ever you've raced in Assetto Corsa before, have you?
I used to do the Simpet series.
Oh, I see.
So I have experience in that and also iRacing.
I see. You and Jason here joining us from Barbados. We'd like to welcome you guys on board. You did pretty well to hold on to that 4th position, especially with the limited amount of practice you had coming in last night, so I must congratulate you on that.
Yeah,
man. The start is what gave me the lead, and then once I saw, I think it was Marlon was behind me, was catch me, so I was trying to let everyone that was catching up like bye. I won the fight just a little bit, just to not make it easy. But I really did enjoy myself.
Really hard.
Yeah. I heard Marlon say, "I'm coming for you." Yeah, definitely was looking at that fight.
He was nailing it every time.
Yeah, he was pretty smooth on those laps. Oswin, what happened to you, bro? We lost you.
Yeah, my computer overheated during quali, so I tried to see if it will continue the race, but after the start and plugged out, I just decided to quit because I didn't want to obstruct anybody's race or anything.
Oh damn!
So I just supported him.
Sorry about that, man. And you were actually in contention to take the fight on to John Green. Not taking anything away from you, Martin, but Oswin was pretty quick.
No,
And I put in a lot of practice.
I decided
Yeah, you did.
because of pain in the chair, I was just trying to keep one lap time for the entire race, and I was starting to lose. When I was watching Zafiro catching me, I was like, Jesus, I'm going to lose a half a second on the last corner. So I was always losing a half a second on the lap. So I figured if I could keep that last time, I could keep him behind me. But John, Jesus, man. I gotta find something, man. I gotta do something.
Here we can do. Next time we put even commentate.
Yeah, put even commentate or something. I needed, the man's 2 seconds faster than anybody on heavy fuel.
The car is quick. With the Aston Martin, you have to live on the right hand or the long right. But with the BMW, so I was going to switch to the car. Yeah, it's a faster car. But if Oswin didn't, if he had raced, I know he wouldn't have raced. I would have switched to the Aston Martin. But I was asked to win the race today, so.
Really? I mean, seriously?
Seriously? There's the excuse.
But John, I have to apologize to you though. When you were approaching me, I didn't know you wanted to go into the pits.
Oh no, that was fine. That was fine. I should have lifted before. Can't realize you guys were racing. I had nothing to lose because.
Yeah, he was he was since last week, so
Yeah. I just saw blue flags wave and I was like, alright, well I'm gonna pull off to the right, and then I saw you pull behind me and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And I realized you wanted to go into pits.
Yeah, I could have gone extra lap, but I decided to not fight ruin anybody's race, so I backed off.
Really?
Alright, so that's one race ban for John Green on the basis of being too damn good. But
still enjoy that battle with Zafiro. I gotta look that back and just enjoy that moment with Zafiro. Pity. I mean, I wanted to see us go down to maybe the hairpin and who can take the inside, and try to make that move again, because he caught me. I was slow out. I was always slow out to turn 1 and 2, so he caught me to turn 3, and I just had to let him go because he was hell of a lot faster by the time he came out to turn 2.
Yeah, Zafiro had a lot of pace. I was surprised actually at Zafiro's pace.
I was faster. I seemed to be faster than him in Sector 3, so I was catching him at the hairpin, but he was just going away. And then eventually, I got the measure of him. I was in the draft, so I was enjoying how that pass was going to be set up, and if he was going to come again at me, because I still was slow in 1 and 2, so he probably would have come back at me, and we would have had a nice back and forth. So I was going to enjoy that, but so it happened. But next time, we'll do it again.
I'll also have to highlight the actions of Christian. Christian, you did pretty well coming in with us here for the first time this weekend. I'd like to congratulate you on sticking up with the big boys. Have you had any experience in sim racing before?
Well, thank you. But this is the only game I've played.
So this is the first sim game you've ever played?
Yeah, basically.
So what other games, were you exposed to?
Speed and stuff like that.
Oh, so Need for Speed does actually work.
Yeah, it does. You ever play Ludo though? You ever play Ludo and Gam and that's what I'm asking, if you ever play Gam and them kind of thing.
Those are top tier.
Yeah? No, I need to know his age.
Oh, Krista, he's asking your age.
think
Oh,
about this. No people
I'm
age.
20 years old.
Okay, we got a bunch of young
Oh,
guys
nah,
in
he
here.
not know what guy man think about it.
Paul, we saw you, Azad. You guys had some issues there at the back. Steven as well.
Because I jumped the start.
Oh, you jumped the start.
No, here what happened on when I see the red lights came on, right?
Uh-huh.
I could recall the race last week. Remember, this is like the second time for me, right?
Right.
So the race last week, I couldn't put the car into gear until the race, all the lights came off.
Uh-huh.
So that's what happened last week. If you notice in the first race last week, I bobbled on the line because I just didn't put it in gear.
Right.
So when I see the light start to count down, of course I knew that from last week experience, I had to put it in gear when all the lights came off.
Correct, correct.
So my hand I just touched the upshift pedal, and then the thing took me straight to the pit.
Oh shucks. Yeah, I did see a second car in the pit, and I wanted to know who was that.
And then put 14-second penalty on.
Oh no.
So by the time I took a few laps, I think I caught like 3 persons.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
And
this,
then at the end
yeah,
of the race, I was actually catching up.
yeah, we saw you catching bucks, and then you started to lose out a bit actually. But indeed, we're gonna there's different ways we can actually set that in terms of the penalty.
Because last week, last week, what happened last week, I worked from last week because I knew, I knew last week until the race went green, you could have gone into force gear and actually start.
Right.
So I assume, well, of course, it's going to be the same thing. So I just had my hands on the upshift and I just clicked it once to see if it was actually going to go into gear. And the thing put me straight in the gear.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, you forgot this. You forgot these words, my friend. Lights out and away we go.
No, but then they had no lights out as yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is what he's saying. You gotta wait until the lights out. But I understand. Yeah, I understand the issue that you actually got. Yeah, compared to last week.
When the lights were red last week, I had my foot on the brake and I tried to put it in force here because I didn't know, of course, how it worked. And the car didn't go in. So until the light went out completely, I got the car into gear.
Right.
So this week I came in with this, of course, the same knowledge. So again, I just waiting for the light to go out to put it in gear, like for it to actually go in gear.
Were you on your brake though? Were you on your brake?
Yeah, my foot was on the brake.
Oh, I see.
He probably creaked and didn't know because that's the thing. If you move,
once the car moves, once the car moves, it calculates
but
it.
How come last week it didn't go into gear?
Because the car probably didn't move last week.
No. Literally, I tried.
Because remember, it's with these cars, it's kind of like a harsher transmission. Any movement whatsoever calculated, right? They calculate that as a jump start.
Stefan, last week the cars were much slower. They didn't, you see, there's a BMW M6, so once you shift the gear, it will jump a little bit, regardless if you're on the brakes.
You see, you're missing the point. It's not the jumping. Last week, it just didn't go in gear at all until the race started.
Oh, I see.
All the lights came up. Well, remember, I don't use the clutch.
I had the same problem that Steven had. That it happened to me before. It don't happen until like the last 3 lights come on.
Oh, the last 3 lights.
2. Something like that.
Okay, Steven. So that's probably the issue there. If you probably try doing it before the last 3 lights, it wouldn't register. Yeah. But we're gonna have to test that out and make sure the knowledge is clear amongst ourselves.
Yeah, because that messed up.
Yeah,
because I knew for a fact last week.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be all that time. It should be a 10-second penalty.
No, what?
The grid, maybe the grid of arm up and you start from the head of the pit lane, something like that.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's why
the dumb game. I don't know if I could go in and actually change that.
Yeah, we
But
got
what's also another option is for us to do a drive-through penalty instead of you being teleported to the pits.
teleported. That's correct. Yeah.
Right? So we're
Yeah,
gonna have to
right.
switch to the drive-through penalty instead.
Yeah.
Allow
Because I
the
know
person to start your race.
I heard it was chaos up front at the beginning.
Yes, we had.
I know-
What
I know
actually
this one
happened
I
though
did.
at the starting of the race?
I hear looking at it now.
I was in second,
Trying to
as I
analyze it.
remember.
Somebody should. Somebody
And
got it.
somebody just
Somebody got it.
locked up me.
Question for y'all.
I
Did
got
anyone
pinned
see
into
the
the
grid
turn, man.
glitch? Because a lot of guys
Glitch?
were like, yeah, in front of me, coming down the start, a lot of guys were just moving
At the
like,
beginning,
side
a
to
lot
side.
of people were glitching.
Yeah, it had that. Yes, it had that. But I for some reason, mine stopped early, and I just think, but then I got hit, and I didn't know what happened after that. I had to just get back on track and try and do the best I could. But we had some issues with the thing. Mine was keep sticking at times. I run off the road twice because it's stuck. But that's it, man. It's internet. We can't do nothing about that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So,
All right,
got
guys. Thanks a lot for your input. We're gonna leave you here now and close off the stream. We want to thank you guys for coming out once more and racing with us. Next week, we've got a bit something else planned for you guys next week. So we already basically got a car and tracks decided. It's just that we need to close off on that decision, and by tomorrow you guys are gonna get the announcement. Is there anyone else with anything they'd like to share before we go ahead and close off the stream?
Yeah, man. Just want to say thank you guys for having me again. I enjoyed it. It was a good battle and it was a good race and it was good fun, even though, you know, all the little nicks and knacks. But we'll work it out. We'll get better. So I see the community getting better. I'm enjoying myself.
Right. And bigger. That's
Yeah.
that's indeed true. I just want to give a shout out to the Mario and Jason. Apart from the Canadians and the Americans, they're the first Caribbean guys to join us here from Barbados. We'd like to all welcome you guys racing with us for the first time today. And we hope our vision is to see us racing against each other, and we do hope to attract more of you guys to the sport. Jason, you didn't get that car under you, boy, unfortunately. Sorry, come again. I didn't hear you.
Well, he had VR issues.
Yeah.
What's that you had?
VR issues.
Oh, you were using VR. I see.
Mhm.
Oh shucks.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't use that next time.
yeah. Well, you got triple screen? No, you just got a single screen, right?
No, I'll get a triple screen.
Yeah,
this week for sure.
Yeah. Just to make sure you don't have those issues again, eh?
I'm starting to hate you guys.
I mean, VR is pretty nice because
$600 VR.
it makes you faster. It makes you faster. Definitely makes you faster.
It's not the faster part. It's the how long you're playing it. So like my eyes are just sore.
Ah,
15
yes.
minutes. So it's just
So
pretty
45
crazy.
minutes is definitely not good for VR.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure. Maybe for like 15, 20 minutes. But
Right. Yeah,
That's
that's
fun. Make sure John put in like 500 to 600 laps by tonight and send out the car early tomorrow.
Don't worry. Like I said, we already got an idea of what it is that we're going for next. It's just to make a decision on it.
Well, you see that John been driving all week already, so you can send it out.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But like I tell you, we banning he for the next race.
Nah, let you make a setup. Let me try it. The way he was moving, boy, he does more quick.
You see the John, you might gotta start selling these setups, boy.
Like
Yeah,
you
but
gonna get scared.
The setup is not the issue, because if you can't drive it, you still. Yeah, if you can't drive that setup, it doesn't make sense. I mean, I tried it and it was all over the place. So it wasn't stable for me. I mean, not knocking John. He knows his stuff,
Right.
but just couldn't make that setup work.
I
So
think you also, what you guys didn't take into consideration is that his wheel settings might be a bit different too.
yeah, direct drive or whatever he's got.
No, well,
He's driving. He's not driving cockpit.
Martin, this banana got a G25. Don't tell you what a direct drive.
Yeah, probably got a Fanatic or someone of them, a Fanatec or whatever. And
All right,
he's driving
guys.
from behind the car and all these kinds of things. So I gotta find excuses. Look, my old back was hurting, and that's why I couldn't be faster. So that's all I got.
Shucks.
Good one.
That's a good one. All right, Basil,
The other one-
Christian, Demario, Jason. Who am I missing that are new here tonight? Thanks a lot, guys, for joining us. We hope to see you in the next event. And if no one else has anything to say, I'm going to go ahead and move away from you guys so I can close the stream.
Yeah, man. Cheers.
All right.
Thanks again
Thank
for
you
the
very much
invite
again.
and enjoy the race.
All right, thanks again. Thanks again, you guys, for joining us. Right, so let me go ahead then, guys, and close off the stream. I want to say thanks a lot for joining us again this week. That was an eventful race, I can tell you. And we didn't get our. Let me see here. Just exit the game. Right. And I'm still here with you guys. Don't feel like I'm gone. I just want to say thanks a lot, guys, for following us. If it's the first time you're watching our live, we go racing every Saturday at 6 p.m. The stream actually starts at 5 p.m. We catch the last hour or so of free practice session, which then takes us to a 30-minute qualifying, and it depends on the car and track we choose. We either go with a 45-minute race, as you saw here, with a mandatory pit stop, or we go with a reverse grid 2 times 15-minute race, or we also go with a straight out sprint of 30 minutes. And that all depends on the car and track that we might choose for the for the weekend. So what we are, Caribbean Sim Racers, we're a bunch of guys that, first off, love motor racing. We absolutely love motor racing in every aspect. And, to some of us, this is the cheapest way we can go racing against like-minded individuals. Apart from that, there's many aspects to sim racing in the entire world, but there's no Caribbean aspect to sim racing in the world, and we look to be not to be the first ones doing it. We don't want a title like that, but what we want to do is definitely look to have you guys enjoy racing against each other from around the region. Time difference and so plays a factor when you're racing online, publicly, and elsewhere. And then there's also the fact of not having monitored servers, where you even have guys crashing into you on purpose and so on. So that's another reason John Green and I decided to bring this thing together. And bring it together we did. And this is our first official race so far. And we plan to do many more, going down the line of championship formats, again like a league format, where we do plan to remunerate and give prizes to our competitors with their achievements. We are moving ever closer to that part of our progress, and we'd like to encourage you guys to stick with us as we embark on that. We've got some exciting news coming up in the coming days. So if some of you have joined the stream for the first time, I'd like you guys to go ahead and follow us on Facebook. That's Adult Gaming right here on this stream, as well as joining our Facebook group. It's Caribbean Sim Racers. Go ahead, send us request to join, and we'll get you seated. Also, if you're interested in joining us in racing, do it through that medium as well. That's Caribbean Sim Racers on Facebook. Just hit up one of the admins, send us a message, and we'll be able to get you started and get you into what you actually need to get racing. If you're familiar with racing games, as you heard from one of our competitors there, Christian, if you're familiar with racing games and you've been racing for quite a while, all you need is a controller to get in and at least do a few laps with us, so that we can evaluate you and see if you're capable enough to compete with us. But you do need a Assetto Corsa, the Ultimate Edition. You can get it from g2a.com. That's g2a.com, and you make sure to get the ultimate version. Because we do use mods in the races. As you saw, those cars there, they're actually mods. They're not created by game, but they're created by a large base community. A few guys from that large base community created those cars and track, by the way, which we managed to race on today. So we advise that you get the ultimate game because some of the mods are based on the actual cars within the original game. That's why we want you to get the ultimate version. But any other questions you guys have, just join the group, the Facebook group. It's Caribbean Sim Racers. Get acquainted with everyone in there. Make a post. We can get you started. Those of you who want to get racing with sim rigs and even a better computer to do so, as we had a lot of guys had issues with not a lot of guys, but we had a few guys had issues with their computer tonight. That all depends on the system that you're running. You can go ahead and get in contact with me directly. That's Stefan, and I'll be able to help you out with that as well. Alright guys, so that'll be it for me this weekend, Saturday here, closing off the stream. I'd like to thank you guys once more for joining us, and I'll just go ahead and leave you with our playlist, Afterglow Ambient Remix. So it's always work, beautiful chill mix. Have a good weekend. Good night. See you guys in the next one.